right, welcome folks to this exciting Round 8 Division 5 state tournament. Greenfield Green Wave being hosted by your Pioneer Panthers, Tyler Borbo, Alex Sabin, Lou Bordeaux. Full scaffolding here, bringing you the play-by-play action and plenty of color for this exciting state Round of 8 game. Gentlemen.
Well, Tyler, you hit the nail on the head. You want to talk about excitement. Pioneer, after that thrilling 4-3 extra innings win the other night, moves on to the Elite 8. Two of the Final Four bracket placements have already been set over on the other side of the bracket, but we've got Greenfield here to take on Pioneer. Third time this season these two teams are meeting. Pioneer has won both previous games, looking to make third time the charm tonight and advance to the Final Four. Pioneer's got Ben Werner on the mound tonight. Ben had a solid day in center field the other day against Georgetown.
There's plenty of clutch moments during that game.
He was the game-winning run.
Yeah, for sure. He motored right around third on that Jackson Campbell base hit. And I think even if the coach had held up the sign to hold at third, he was not going to listen to him. He was off like a rocket and
season. Especially a team like Greenfield being the 8th best team in the state, 15-7 overall.
Well, if you are a team of destiny, you find a way to win, and that win against Georgetown Thursday night was certainly part and parcel for that. Pioneer having a terrific season. And of course, pretty much neighboring towns, this was an intense rivalry. It's not like the Panthers are hosting someone from across the state here in the Elite 8. Big crowd on hand here tonight in Northfield. Biggest crowd I've seen all season, Alex.
You know how much I love those Western Mass rivals, Lou.
Absolutely.
So happy to see both Greenfield and Pioneer make it this far.
Defensive swing fouled away to stay alive, 2-2.
Of course, my hometown in Greenfield versus the school I go to.
And congratulations on your graduation Friday night, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. Had a lot of fun Friday night. It was a joy to live the moment.
Swung on a missed strike three. Nice pitch by Ben Werner. Bergeron just reached for it, couldn't quite make contact. Brings up Caleb Thomas, playing center field tonight for the Green Wave.
Yeah, Caleb Thomas, the only senior here for Greenfield, or one of two seniors. Excuse me, my bad. Forgot about Logan Moore there. Very young team, though, Greenfield has, as they haven't had much experience, but has been doing very well the past two seasons, making the Final Four last year, and right now they're in the Elite 8.
Yeah, and when a team doesn't have that many seniors and they're competitive the way they are now, expect them to be strong again next year. Foul down the left side. 1-2 on Caleb Thomas. As you mentioned, Logan Moore, he's on deck. He'll be pitching tonight for Greenfield. Swung on a miss for strike three. BT to ET, and that's going to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. We've got a half inning in the books here in Northfield. Please check out our sponsors in between innings, and we'll be right back with the Panther half of the first inning right here on BNC TV. Time for the bottom of the first inning, and I'd like to take a moment to welcome the folks watching along the line on GCTV. Great to have you here with us tonight. Pioneer going to get things started. Catcher Braden Tippenyuk, he'll be followed by Jackson Campbell, the hero from Thursday night, and shortstop Alex McClellan. Along with Tyler Borbo and Alex Sabin, I'm Lou Bordeaux. Glad you're here with us. First pitch up high, ball one. That's Logan Moore on the mound for Greenfield. His catcher is Lucas Iano. Around the infield, got Chase Zrarnig over at third base. Connor Bergeron at short. Arthur Fitzpatrick playing second. And Uriah Jennis at first. And BT's out at first. Nice play by the shortstop.
Oh, yeah, excellent pickup. Textbook pickup, excuse me.
One out, here's Jackson Campbell. Bat was on fire on Thursday night. First pitch swinging. That goes straight up in the air. Ball just dipped at the last minute.
Pioneer got a break there. Should have been a quick 2 outs. You almost jinxed it, Lou.
Well, those straight pop-ups like that, they get some backspin on the ball, and they can do some strange things on the way down. But Jackson with a second life in this at-bat. That one just missed from Moore. Into center field. Caleb Thomas puts that one away, 2 down.
Pioneer bats coming out cold. Seeing what Logan Moore is.
Here's Alex McClellan. Shortstop for the Panthers. Takes that one up high. Nice pitch by Moore. 1-1. Ethan Quinn's on deck for Pioneer. Just missed down low. Winner of this game advances to the state D5 Final Four. Another one that just missed. Three balls and a strike, that D4 or the D5 Final Four. Time and date to be determined. Long drive into right field. That drops in. McClellan rounds first. He's going into second. He's still going. He's going to make it into third. A stand-up triple for Alex McClellan.
What a hit there by Alex McClellan, going above the outfielders and to the fence. A nice hit and run there by Alex McClellan.
Yeah, he got around on that one. Brings up Ethan Quinn. Runner on third base, 2 outs. Takes that one up high, 1-0. Go-ahead run, 90 feet away at third base. McClellan with a good lead off third. Quinn lofts that one out into center field. Thomas is there to put it away, and that's going to retire the side. For the Panthers, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left. 1 inning complete here in Northfield. This one's tied, 0-0. Please check out our sponsors, and we'll be right back here on BNC TV. Top of the second inning, pitcher Logan Moore leads off for the Green Wave. Ripped right at Jackson Campbell. Knocked it down, threw over to E.T.
Oh, my bad.
Wow. A little bit of self-defense over on the hot corner.
So he can play defense too, not only offense, hit game winners, but also play defense. Absolute insane player there, Jackson Campbell.
First baseman Uriah Jennis at the plate now. One out here in the top of the second inning. Jennis takes that one up high. Werner took a little off, fooled Jennis, 1-1. Ball's into right field. Jack Glazier's under it. He puts that one away. 2 out.
Very quick inning so far for the Pioneer defense.
And this brings up the catcher, Lucas Iano. Luca rips that one into left field for a base hit.
All right, Lou, I know you're commentating for Pioneer, but you got to feel a little happy for that one.
Oh,
You're a hockey player.
indeed. Luca is one of the Green Wave hockey starters. Always happy to see him out there succeeding. Brings up second baseman Arthur Fitzpatrick. That one's up high. Nice pitch by Werner. Caught the inside corner nicely. 1-1 on Fitzpatrick. That's up the middle for a base hit. Ciano has to stop at second. Ball's right in front of him. And with 2 outs, Green Wave are threatening here in the top of the second.
Pioneer defense has been a step late to both of those pitches so far. That ball was hit right to the second baseman, just a little bit to the left where he couldn't get it. If he had a little quicker of step, he could have possibly got the ball and threw it to first.
And you've got two brothers in the shot there. Lucas Iano leading off a second. This is brother Nico, DH tonight for the Green Wave. Werner drops a curveball in. Oh and 2 on Nico. Werner tried the same pitch again, just missed up high, 1 and 2.
What a deal of confidence it would be for Werner to get out of this inning.
Another breaking ball just outside, 2 and 2. Malik Moore, right fielder, is on deck for Greenfield.
Could be really scary if he walks him here, having the bases loaded.
Sliced. Right at him. That's out. Going to retire the side. For Greenfield, no runs, 2 base hits, 2 runners left in the middle of the second. This one's scoreless. Don't go anywhere. More tournament baseball in a moment, right here on BNC TV. Time for bottom of the second inning. That's Ethan Mothy leading off for Pioneer. Green Wave is the other team.
It's not hockey season, Lou.
I was just looking at the score sheet from the May 2nd game here in Pioneer, here at Northfield. Pioneer won that one 6-1. Ethan Quinn on the mound that day for the Panthers. Ethan came on in relief against Georgetown Thursday night and was completely lights out. Ethan couldn't hold up on that one. Steps out of the box, gathers his thoughts. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's going to be followed by Evan Tippenyuk, who made that nice put out to end the second inning. Sliced foul. After ET, it's going to be DH Brody Welcome here in the Panther second. This miss low and away. Full count on the Panther left fielder. Pounded into the ground. Bergeron's got it. Over to Jenis. Gets Mothy at first. And that brings up Evan Tipeniuk.
Very strong effort by the Greenfield defense so far, making the plays necessary to get the outs.
That one just missed. Moore comes right back down Broadway, makes it 1-1. Catcher appealed to first base umpire. Said that was a check swing, 2 balls and a strike. Just on the outside corner. Good location by Moore. 2-2. Got 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Called, strike 3. Another good pitch by Logan Moore.
Very strong day so far. Only 1 hit allowed.
DH Brody Welcome steps in. Brody's been responsible for a lot of clutch hitting this last half of the season.
Yeah, last game he scored the first run of the game for Pioneer against Georgetown. Been great in his role so far in his first season as a Pioneer varsity Panther.
Swung at that one. 0-2. Another good pitch by Logan Moore. Counts 0-2. Popped up. Bergeron went for it. Bounces off his glove. Welcome is safe at first.
Yeah, that was a tough play there by Bergeron. Had to walk all the way to the outfield, but couldn't snag the grab.
Yeah, again, like the one that evaded catcher Lucas Iano last inning. Gets up there in the upper stratosphere here in Northfield. A little backspin on it, and anything's possible. Brings up pitcher Ben Werner. Brody Welcome on at first base with 2 outs. Werner takes ball 1. That's high and away, 2-0. Right fielder Jack Lazier on deck for Pioneer. Inside, Werner backs off of that one, 3-0.
Great patience here by Warner.
And Moore comes right down Main Street with that one. 3-1. And that's inside for ball 4. Panthers threatening here in the bottom of the 2nd. Runners on first and second with 2 out.
That was a bad walk there by Logan Moore. Don't want to walk people towards the bottom of the batting order.
Right fielder Jack Lazier at the plate. Jack was the starting pitcher against Georgetown on Thursday night. went 5 2/3 reliable innings in that 9-inning barn burner. Moore takes a little off that one, 1-1. It's outside. 2 balls and a strike on Glazier. After Jack, it's back to the top of the order and Braden Tipeniuk. Long fly ball. That drops in. Bounces off the fence. Welcome scores. Werner's around. He scores. Jack Glazier into second base with a stand-up double. Panthers lead 2-0.
He got all that, Lou. Sent it deep into left and scored the 2 runs.
So we talked about it all season, Alex. Fun with 2. 2 outs, and the Panthers pushed two runners in. Back to the top of the order now. BT, Braden Tipeniuk, steps in. There you see Jack Glazier, number 3, leading off second. Strike 1 to BT.
Yeah, Logan Moore is failing to find his zone right here. Got the walk, last batter, and got a meatball pitch right to Jack Glazier.
BT sends it out to right field. Malik Moore puts it away, and that's going to retire the side for the Panthers in the second. 2 runs, just 1 base hit. Nobody left, no, 1 runner left on base. After 2 complete here in Northfield, Panthers 2, Green Wave nothing. Stay tuned for more Panther Tournament Baseball right here on BNC TV. Panthers with 2 runs in the bottom of the second open up a 2-0 lead. Time for the top of the third. This is right fielder Malik Moore at the plate. Lights are on here in Northfield. Who needs Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN when you've got Greenfield and Pioneer in the state D5 tournament?
Great rivalry right now in Western Mass.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Moore. After him, it's back to the top of the order. And that one hit him.
Bad pitch there. Had a 1-2 lead in the count.
Here you see Malik Moore on first base. Appears to be all right. Always a good thing. Top of the order, Chase Zranig. Chase grounded out to Jackson Campbell in the first inning. Werner with his show me move over to first base. Just letting Moore know he's paying attention to him. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Called strike 2. Zranig thought about bunting. Werner's got it. Goes to second. Got the force play at second base, but Zranig beat it out on the fielder's choice.
That was some great fielding, though, by Pioneer, getting the lead runner out at second and having a good attempt at first.
Yeah, low throw. Good pickup by McClelland coming across. Brings up Connor Bergeron. Green Wave with a runner on first base. 1 out here in the top of the third. Connor struck out in the first inning. He'll be followed by center fielder Caleb Thomas. Just missed outside, 1-1. Panthers on top, 2-0. Slapped into left field. Mothy's there. Zranig has to return to first base. And there's 2 outs. Caleb Thomas struck out to end the first inning. BT made sure the put out, threw it down to ET at first base. Sliced foul down the right side. As I said earlier, big crowd on hand here today. Everybody's going to have to be alert for foul balls. Werner with a quick move over to first base. Zranig back in safely. Just missed with that one.
That was very close, Lou. Almost right on the line.
Counts 1-2 on Caleb Thomas. Same pitch, same result, 2-2.
Almost same exact spot.
A little more direct that time. Outside, it's a full count.
Not good. Had a 0-2 lead in the count. Now it's 3-2. Can't afford to walk him.
Zronig will be off with the pitch here. 3-2 with 2 out. Werner knew that. Looked him back. Made the courtesy throw over to first base. Trying to keep him honest. McClellan's got it. Low throw. E.T. can't handle it. Zronig's all the way over to third. Green Wave, runners on the corners.
Unforced error right there by Alex McClellan. Gets runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Pitcher Logan Moore stepping in.
Big at bat right here.
Pitcher v. pitcher.
Could give Greenfield some life here if he gets a hit on it.
Nice pitch by Werner, 0-1. Sliced into right field. That's a base hit. Zronig scores. Thomas slides in over at third. Greenfield on the board. It's 2-1.
Yeah, it looked like Ethan Quinn was a step late to that ball driven right to him. Should have had it. Fielding's got to be better so far. Can't make errors like these.
Greenfield runners on the corners with 2 outs. 1 run across so far here in the third. First baseman Uriah Jenis at the plate. Jenis flew out to Jack Glazier last inning. That one misses up high, 1-0. Lucas Ciano on deck for the Green Wave. Two and 0.
Not a good inning right now for Ben Warner.
Tipanyuk walking out to settle his pitcher down. Werner steps off, recalibrates. Two and 0 on Jenis. Outside, 3-0. Werner wasn't satisfied with the lead that Logan Moore had over at first base. And it's ball 4, bases are loaded.
Not a good inning right now for Ben Warner. Has to get the runner out here, or else things could get ugly here.
Catcher Lucas Ciano stepping up with the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the third.
will do a lot for his confidence if he gets the out here.
Kind of a set play by BT. Threw it past Jackson Campbell, hoping to lure the runner along to home, but McClellan was backing up the play.
Had me scared there, though.
Slice to ET. Gets the out at first base to retire the side. Greenfield threatens. They do score 1 run on 1 base hit. 1 Panther error. Bases were left loaded. We got ourselves a good game, folks. 2-1 in the middle of the 3rd. Please check out our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. More Panther Tournament Baseball coming right up on BNC TV. Bottom of the 3rd, this is Jackson Campbell leading off for Pioneer. He's going to be followed by shortstop Alex McClellan and Ethan Quinn. Pioneer leading this one 2-1. I know it's only the 3rd inning, but this looks to be another dandy baseball game here in Northfield. Campbell takes that one up high. Jackson flew out to center field in the 1st inning. Two and two. Slapped foul down the right side. Contact in the parking lot on a short hop. Up and in, full count. And that one's low for ball 4.
Great patience there by Jackson Campbell, really reading the pitcher and knowing to not swing at pitches outside the strike zone.
Here's Alex McClellan. He ripped that triple back in the 1st inning. Floated in on the outside corner. Strike 1. Ripped into right field for a base hit. Campbell goes all the way over to third base. Panthers have runners on the corners with nobody out.
I like this offense so far, the bottom half of the third. Very aggressive coming out. Alex McClellan gets good contact on the ball and hits it right past the first baseman.
With runners on the corners, second baseman Ethan Quinn at the plate. Oh, that one hit him in the shoulder. That's going to load him up with nobody out.
What a great inning right now for Pioneer. Runners on all the bases with no outs.
There you see Jackson Campbell on third. Alex McClelland on short. And Ethan Quinn's over on first. Here's Ethan Mothy. Bases loaded, nobody out for Pioneer.
Big at-bat right here.
Fouled back, 0-1. Looked like he was a little unsure about that. Wanted to get the bat on the ball. And drops in quickly, 0-2 on the Panther left fielder. Logan Moore looking to pitch out of a jam here in the bottom of the third. Fouled back to stay alive. Counts 0-2. That one's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ethan Mothy. He'll be followed by Evan Tipeniuk. Another foul out of play. Not really sure. You know, if it's a balk, the batter doesn't get first base. And our spotter tells me it's catcher's interference. So a timely play gives the Panthers another run. It's 3-1 now. This is Evan Tipeniuk. Bases remain loaded. That's fouled out of play. High bounce hit the bottom of a Subaru. Wind has picked up here in Northfield. That one's up high, 1-2. Just missed outside, 2-2. Panthers with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Bases remain loaded. And the runner's safe. Chase Ronick made the throw home. McClellan, with his customary head-first slide, beat it. It's 4-1 Pioneer.
Yeah, Alex, being as long as he is, stretched out his whole body to the home plate and was just in there safe.
And the bases remain loaded for Pioneer. DH Brody Welcome at the plate. Brody reached on an error in the second inning. Pounds that one into the ground. Turn the double play. Another run scores for Pioneer.
Great inning right now for Pioneer. 3 runs scored.
Nice 4-6-3 double play if you're keeping score at home. No RBI on a double play. Panthers now up 5-1. And here's pitcher Ben Werner. Ethan Mothie all the way over to third base now. Good pitch by Moore. Well, they say double play is a pitcher's best friend. Moore certainly needed that one. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's going to retire the side. Panthers push across 3 runs in the inning. Just 1 base hit. 1 runner left. After 3, Pioneer leads this one 5-1. More of the MIAA D5 Elite 8 tournament game coming up right here on BNC TV. Well, you just never know, folks. Well, you just never know, folks. We thought that was strike 3 to retire the side. Werner is still at bat. And the Panthers have new life. They do, however, lead this game 5-1. Ethan Mothie is over on third base with 2 outs. Fair ball. Werner with the head first slide. He's in safe. Mothie scores at 6-1.
What a hit there by Ben Werner. Blasted it on the first base, but miscommunication by the Greenfield infielders. Has to react to the play and be there at first. We saw this during the Georgetown game too. We saw miscommunication here right in front of us, and that allowed a run to score.
Yeah, and what great hustle by Ben Werner after he was given another life. We're going to have to try and figure out what exactly happened there. This is Jack Glazier. All I can think is that last one that Ben had swung at was just a foul tip that the catcher couldn't handle.
Was it 2 strikes?
Yes. So everybody had run off the field. Home plate umpire said, not so fast, get back. Panthers with another run to show for it. They've scored 4 here in the bottom of the third. Jack Glazier is the 8th batter of the inning for Pioneer. Fly ball into center field. Caleb Thomas puts it away, and that retires the side. For the Panthers, 4 runs, 2 base hits, 1 Greenfield error, 1 runner left. At the end of 3 innings, Pioneer leads this one 6-1. Stay tuned for more Panther Tournament baseball right here on BNC TV and worldwide on YouTube. There you see the Panthers getting ready for this top of the fourth inning. Arthur Fitzpatrick at the plate, going to get things started for the Green Wave. Panthers pushing 4 big runs across in the bottom of the third. And that one nicked Fitzpatrick. He's going to take first base.
Going to be interesting to see how Greenfield will bounce back after that horrible bottom of the third inning.
Designated hitter Nico Ciano at the plate. First pitch swinging. Glazier calls off Quinn. And there's one out. Glazier's counterpart, Malik Moore, at the plate. The right fielder for Greenfield. He was hit by a pitch last inning. Got the inning started for Greenfield. Quinn to McClellan. And Ciano beats it out, Moore beats it out at first. Got the force play at second.
That was a great play by the Pioneer fielders. Got the force out at second and almost got the double play at first.
Yeah, just missed by a stride. Top of the order, Chase Ronig up.
That was a much better throw by McClellan, too, after that error the last time around.
Sliced to Jack Glazier, and that's going to retire the side. After 3.5 innings, Pioneer leads this one 6-1. Stay tuned for more Panther Tournament baseball right here on BNC TV. Braden Tippenyuk. Long fly ball off the fence in left field. First pitch hitting. He's got a stand-up double.
Was that a great way to start off the inning or what?
Well, you know, we always like to talk about the importance of getting that first runner on base. And really, when you first pitch swing like BT just did, you really don't have, the pitcher finds an opportunity to get his rhythm. You know, yeah, you get 8 or 9 warm-up tosses, but not really the same. Third baseman Jackson Campbell at the plate. Tippenyuk, number 5, leading off second base. Bergeron shadowing him. 0-2 on Campbell.
Campbell wanted that pitch right down the middle there.
Just missed inside. Campbell takes that one. It's 2-2. He's going to be followed by Alex McClelland here in the bottom of the fourth. Panthers on top, 6-1. Bergeron's got it. Over to first base, gets Campbell at first, but that advances BT over to third. And with a runner on third base, brings up shortstop Alex McClellan. Alex 2 for 2 today. That monster triple in the first inning. And a single last inning in the third. Takes strike one.
Has had a great day so far.
Sliced down the left field line. That's in. That's a fair ball. Tipeniuk scores. McClellan in with a stand-up double. It's 7-1 Pioneer.
Love the aggression right now by the Pioneer batters. You see they're taking good pitches, swinging at them, and converting. The first few innings, they were really patient, but now they've been getting good contact on the ball and making some damage.
One out. Here's Ethan Quinn. Had the pitching wedge out for that. Fouls it off. 0-1. More uncomfortable with McClellan's leadoff of second. Steps off. Recalibrates. Just missed outside. And when it was low in the dirt, good stop by Ciano behind the plate. McClellan draws the throw. And he's picked off sliding into third.
I don't like being that aggressive, Lou. Had a great chance there. Runner on second with only one out. Really liked the spot. Pioneer was in.
Well, Moore went to look him back, and instead of returning to the base, Alex committed, headed towards third. And at that point, it was not going to work out well for him. Quinn didn't get cheated on that swing. Actually removed his helmet a little bit. Pounded foul down the right side. Fly ball. Caleb Thomas is there to put it away, and that's going to retire the side. One more Panther run that inning. Nobody left on base. After 4 complete, Pioneer leads this one 7-1. Stay with us for more Panther Tournament baseball right here on BNC TV. Here's Connor Bergeron getting things started in the 5th inning for the Green Wave. Pioneer with a 6-run lead after 4 complete. Connor struck out and flew out to left field so far this evening. Sliced foul out of play down the left side. Campbell gives chase. One and two on the Green Wave shortstop. He's going to be followed by Caleb Thomas and Logan Moore here in the top of the 5th. Another one sliced down the left side into Souvenir Country. And give that fan a contract. Used to say that in Baltimore all the time.
Couldn't quite see who it was.
I'm not even sure they caught it, but with the pop from the crowd, I'm going to guess something good happened over there.
No, he did catch it. Got up from his chair.
Quinn handles it. Over to E.T. 1 out. Here's Caleb Thomas. 0 for 2 today, struck out in the 1st and reached on an error in the 3rd inning. Drops a bunt. Campbell after it, can't get a handle. It's going to be an infield hit for Thomas.
Big surprise there for Greenfield as they went with the bunt despite no players on any of the bases.
You know, sometimes you got to think outside the box. And they haven't had a whole lot of success against Ben Werner today, so time to try something else, and it certainly worked. Caleb Thomas on at first base. This is Logan Moore. Moore also squared to bunt. Of course, he's got a runner that he could move along. As the Green Wave look to play a little small ball, trying to catch up here. Thomas has to dive back in. Werner gave him his Sunday best move that time. That one's low. BT blocks it, just gets away from him. Thomas in safely. Green Wave with a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Glad you're tuned in on BNC TV and our friends down on GC TV. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our friends watching live on YouTube. Or on demand, as the case may be. We got all bases covered here as the count goes full on Logan Moore. Pounded foul down the right side. Full count on Moore. Thomas is going. Runs right into the tag. Great throw by Braden Tippanyuk. Better tag by Jackson Campbell.
Never want to test BT. who will see you. If you're trying to steal a base, he will throw it right to the baseman to get you out.
Logan Moore does reach first base on the walk. It's a base running blunder by the Green Wave. You certainly don't want to get thrown out when you're down by 6. Here's first baseman Uriah Jenis. Uriah flew out to right fielder Jack Glazier in the second inning. Took a walk in the third. Northfield winds picking up. Blowing straight out to right field now. Sliced into the parking lot. A full parking lot tonight. Somehow managed to miss everything. Werner trying to keep more honest over at first base. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That'll retire the side. No runs, 1 base hit, 1 runner left. In the middle of the 5th inning, Pioneer leads this one 7-1. Please check out our sponsors and don't go anywhere. More Panther Tournament baseball coming up here on BNC TV. Seven to 1, Panthers on top. Bottom of the 5th inning, Ethan Mothy going to get things started for Pioneer. He'll be followed by Evan Tipeniuk and Brody Welcome.
Lou just got informed that Turner's Falls softball is advancing to the Final Four.
Hey, that's great news.
Of course, they won the state championship last year, and right now they're looking really good as they're on to the Final Four, being the #1 team in the state.
Well, as you like to say, you like your Western Mass teams, so certainly good luck to Turner's Falls softball as they advance to the D5 softball Final Four. It is getting to be crunch time. I believe all the games are going to be over within the next week or so. 1-2 on Mothy. And excuse me, Zroning's got it. Nice play. Got him over at first base.
That was really close, though. Made a good effort.
And that tells you the strength of Ethan Mothy. Just barely touched that one, and it rocketed off of the baseball bat.
He's a hard worker for sure, both on the field and off the field.
And Chase Zroning with a nice play over at third base. This is Evan Tipeniuk. Lifts it foul. Ball's out of play. Uriah Jenis made the catch, but he was over the out-of-bounds line. Sigh of relief from double nickels, Evan Tipeniuk. One strike on ET. Fouled back, 0-2. ET has struck out tonight and reached on a fielder's choice. Did get a run batted in on that fielder's choice in the third inning. Good pitch by Moore, just missed low. 1-2. ET will be followed by Brody Welcome here in the bottom of the fifth. Another foul back. You know, we talked about the great crowd that's on hand here at Pioneer tonight. And win, lose, or draw, this is going to be the last baseball game here at Pioneer this season.
My final broadcasted game here.
Well, and certainly I tuned in to BNC TV for the graduation on Friday night. I couldn't be here in person, but congratulations to you, Alex.
Yeah, thank you, Lou.
A lot of hard work. Nice graduating class of 36 seniors.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Can't wait for what the future brings us.
And I hope you don't mind me saying that if people are looking for you, you'll be down at Quinnipiac in Connecticut next year.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Gonna major in sports broadcasting. Hope for a major network to possibly join. We'll see. Of course, 20 minutes from ESPN. That's always been my dream.
Well, don't forget who your friends are. I'll come and do color for you sometime when you make the big time.
I'll show you guys out.
ET rips it. Foul down the left side. Count remains full. Of course, I'll come along as a straggler, but don't forget our executive producer, Tyler Borbo. He keeps us all in line all the time.
Can never thank you two enough for the opportunity you've given me for the past 3 years.
Fly ball to center field. And Thomas corrals that. It's long out by E.T. Well, Alex, I can say it's been a lot of fun having you here for these games.
Yeah, and this will probably be the most packed the Northfield crowd will be, at least for next year, as we have a lot of question marks after this season with many seniors graduating.
And it's a base hit for Brody Welcome.
Of course, the Pioneer seniors, the largest class of the four this year with 36 kids. The juniors only having 15 kids.
Oh my
in
gosh.
The whole class. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next generation of Pioneer Panthers would do.
Yeah, we will certainly keep our eye on it. Here's Ben Werner with 2 out. Number 14, Brody Welcome, leading off first. Strike one on Benny. He walked back in the second inning. Had an infield single in the third.
6 of the Pioneer batters in the starting lineup are seniors too. So it's going to be a brand new team next year, Lou.
We'll be looking forward to the 2026 edition of the Pioneer Panthers.
Very hard to be as great of a team as Pioneer is this year when you're losing that many kids.
Well, when you're home on break, we'll save a spot for you up here on the scaffold. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Panther pitcher. Misses up high. 2-2. Jack Glazier's on deck. Brody Welcome leads off first. Fouled back out of play. Another foul ball. Benny stays alive. Count remains 2-2. And that's up high. Full count. 3-2 with 2 out. Brody Welcome will be off with the pitch. Fouled. Count remains 3-2. Another foul ball down the left side. Count remains 3-2. And Werner showing patience. It had to be at least 9 pitches at bat. Takes a walk. Runners on first and second for Jack Glazier. Glazier doubled in 2 runs in the second inning. Flew out to center field in the third. Little nubber. Zroning's got it. High throw. Glazier's safe at first. Bases are loaded.
Greenfield defense collapsing right now. Runners on all the bases with 2 outs.
And back to the top of the Panther order, Braden Tippenyuk. He hit a monster double his last time up. BT is 1 for 3 today. Good pitch by Moore, strike 1. Just missed outside, 1-1. Ben Werner leading off second. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt, 1-2. An excuse me foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Moore misses up high. It's 2-2. Popped up, Caleb Thomas runs in to make the catch. That's going to retire the side. For the Panthers in the fifth, no runs, 2 base hits, 3 runners left after 5 complete. Panthers lead 7-1. Don't go anywhere. More of this D5 Elite 8 matchup in a moment right here on BNC TV. Catcher Lucas Ciano getting things started for the Green Wave here in the top of the sixth. Slices one foul down the right side. Luca is 1 for 2 this evening. Single in the second. And a ground out to Evan Tipeniuk in the third. He's going to be followed by Arthur Fitzpatrick and Nico Ciano here in the sixth. Glacier calls everybody off. He's got it. And here is Arthur Fitzpatrick. Arthur singled back in the second, was hit by a pitch his last time at the plate. High and away, 1-0. As we said earlier, the other side of the D5 bracket Final Four matchup is set. English High will be playing Drury. Date and time to be determined. Werner with a nice stop. Underhands to ET. There's 2 out. Meanwhile, over on this side of the bracket, of course, we've got Pioneer and Greenfield playing right now. Also playing right now, Hopedale and Ware. And those 2 winners will meet in this side of the bracket for the Final Four. And there is not much high school baseball left this season, Alex.
No, it's not. Other matchup would be really interesting for Pioneer, as Ware defeated us in the Western Mass Championship the past 2 years. And of course, we faced off against Hopedale in the state basketball championship.
So a lot of storyline pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
This is Nico Ciano. Nico's 0 for 2 today.
As you can probably predict, Lou, I'm hoping Ware wins.
I know you like that Western Mass action.
Yep, that would be pretty crazy having 3 Western Mass teams in the Final Four. I like my chances there, even though English High has been as dominant as they've been.
I was going to say the Darth Vader of the group is English High. Two and 0 on Nico. Well, I guess it was 3-0. Ball 4, Nico's on with a base on balls. I was distracted. I was looking over. I heard some dogs barking out beyond the center field fence. Little championship dog wrestling out there. Right fielder Malik Moore at the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Runner on first base. Malik was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Quickly 0-2 on the Green Wave right fielder. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Great pitch by Benny Werner. That's going to retire the side. Nothing across for Greenfield in the 6th. After 5.5, Pioneer 7, Greenfield 1. Stay tuned for more Panther Tournament baseball right here on BNC-TV.
Even though we're kind of rivals with Florida.
I just don't like Edmonton. You know, Greenfield 0, 0, 1 in the third. 0, 0, 0. 0, 0. For Pioneer. 0, 2, 4, 1, 0. Total is 7-1. Here it is, top of the 7th inning. Greenfield's last chance. Chase Zranig going to get things started for the Green Wave. Ben Werner still on the hill for Pioneer. Breaking ball just missed low and in. Following Zranig will be Connor Bergeron and Caleb Thomas here in the top of the 7th. Green Wave have a lot of work to do. And a 4-pitch walk. If you have a lot of work to do, that's the way you want to get started.
Great start to the inning so far for Greenfield, getting a runner on first.
Left-handed hitting Connor Bergeron at the plate. Takes strike 1. Connor grounded out to Ethan Quinn his last time up. Foul ball, 0-2. Lefty on lefty matchup. Sliced down the left field line. And they got the force on Zranig. That ball just dropped in beyond Jackson Campbell. Couldn't tell from here if it was he or Alex McClellan that picked up the ball. I think it was Campbell. Threw a dart over to Ethan Quinn at second for the force out.
Yeah, I don't really like that, Lou. Very unwise play there by Greenfield. Seemed like they gave up already. I always say keep playing until the game is over.
And this is Caleb Thomas now at the plate. Caleb's 1 for 3 today. Connor Bergeron on at first base on that fielder's choice. An unusual fielder's choice. And that hit Thomas in the shoe tops. Green Wave, runners on first and second. Coach Kevin Leupold coming out to the mound. Going to have a conference with Ben Werner.
No, you can't pull him out now. He's got to finish the game.
Rest of the infield joining in on the conversation. Home plate umpire out there directing traffic. Benny stays on the mound. Going to face Logan Moore. Logan pitched the first 6 innings of the game for the Green Wave. Breaking ball rolled right off the table over the plate, strike 1. A little more mustard on that, just missed inside, 1-1. Fastball fouled off, 1-2. McClellan with the diving catch, unassisted double play. That's the ball game. Greenfield advances to the D5 Final Four. Final score 8-1. Alex McClellan doing it all today at the bat, in the field. Greenfield's march to the state championship continues. For Greenfield in the 7th inning, no runs, no hits, 2 runners. Well, 1 runner left on base after that double play. Final score 8-1. As I said, this is the final game of the season here at the Pioneer Valley Regional School, and the Panthers did not disappoint. They certainly sent, I'd say eyeballing at a couple hundred of their fans home happy. A lot of folks came from Greenfield today trying to cheer on the Green Wave, and it's the 3rd time this season the Pioneer has beaten Greenfield, but it's been quite a run for these Pioneer Panthers, Alex.
Yeah, for sure. Undefeated season, closing in almost 50 straight wins between the basketball and baseball team. The basketball team, of course, went 26-0, and this baseball team, I believe, is 23-0. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right, and it's a statistic that I am aware of and I think about frequently because it just boggles the mind that some of these student athletes have had a run like that in their senior years especially.
And of course, this will mark Pioneer's 4th straight trip to the Final Four.
And it's going to be rather fitting. They being the number 1 seed and all, you would certainly expect them to advance at least to the Final Four. Looking back at the score sheet, Alex McClellan, as I said a few minutes ago, 4 for 4 today at the bat. That nice unassisted double play to wrap it all up. Certainly if we were giving away stars of the game, he'd be right up there.
Oh, the whole team was the star of the game. They played a great team effort today, Lou.
Well, and that's the thing that we've talked about all season, Alex. This Pioneer Panther team shows no weakness, whether it's on offense, on defense. There are no gimmies in that lineup anywhere.
Yeah, Ben Warner pitched a terrific game today, only allowing 1 run, as he pitched really well, and his fielding unit pitched great to the other fielders, as they played a great game and played really standout defense here tonight.
Yeah, as I look back at the Greenfield side of the ledger, Jackson Campbell, another solid game defensively over at third base. As I just said, Alex at short. Ethan Quinn, a couple of nice diving stabs at second base. E.T., solid as usual. Outfield didn't have a lot of work to do tonight, but they were there when they needed to be there.
Jack Glazier made a lot of top plays.
He sure did. As I see some of the Green Wave hockey players moving in, we say hello to Jack, Captain Bauman. I don't recognize you without your helmet. Holy cow. Pareda. Brady Pareda. It was the F that screwed me up. So you guys were here. You didn't cheer on the Green Wave?
No, we were. Yeah, we did.
Well, you should have done better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything else, Alex?
No, just terrific game here by Pioneer.
All right, now that I said hello to my guys, for the executive producer of BNC TV, Mr. Tyler Borbo, for Pioneer graduate Alex Sabin, I am Lou Bordeaux, thanking you for your time this time, and until next time, so long from Northfield.
Hey!